All right, welcome back to the Jimmy Dore Show. Craig Pasta Jardula filling on in for Jimmy Dore. Kurt Metzger in the house and the big guy hanging on by. I don't know if you know this, Kurt, but roughly half of Americans have no confidence in the Hunter Biden investigation.
Get out.
Only half.
I'm surprised it's that high, aren't you?
Okay, yeah. Well,
I would think only 27% of Americans, which is about how many people consider themselves Democrats, would have any confidence in this.
okay, so confidence as in they're confident that the government's going to do a fair job, or they think that Hunter Biden, like, is this pro or anti Hunter's guilty or not guilty side? Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
No, I think I just think that they have confidence that it's going along correctly. And if you watch the corporate news, they tell you it is. And they tell you all the actual corruption between Joe Biden and his son and his business dealings and all the bribes that they got and the stuff that he even bragged. They all say that's just Joe Biden having a blind spot.
Yeah, he's a good man.
He's a good man. He needs to explain it better. He didn't actually do anything.
Yeah.
He just needs to explain it better.
I mean, if you're the king of the whole world, you'd think you'd be able to.
I think if you went back 20 years ago, you'd say about 80% of the citizens trust in our system itself, that, you know, the courts would actually be fair. Now it's just a lot less, because it says right here, according to a new ABC poll, almost half of Americans lack trust that the Justice Department will conduct the Hunter Biden investigation in a fair and nonpartisan manner.
Well, it's already been proven that they didn't. They already didn't do it. They've already been cheating. They've already had a judge throw out their stupid agreement, sweetheart deal that they had set up. So yeah, it's so that the 50% who don't trust it have already been proven right, and the 50% who do have already been proven wrong.
Yeah, and like you said, what you were just talking about, they've already showed that they screwed it up, because, you know, what Garland did in this whole situation, it says, and the latest indication of the failure of Attorney General Merrick Garland to restore faith in his department, there is ample reason for the citizens to have their doubts. The Hunter Biden matter has highlighted Garland's utter failure at justice. After ignoring calls from some of us for the need for a special counsel for years, Garland appointed David Weiss, who happens to be from where? Delaware. Same town. Town as where Daddy ran shit for years.
Oh, my God.
David Weiss, the same prosecutor who has been accused of running a fixed investigation by whistleblowers and signing off on the sweetheart deal that collapsed in court in a matter of minutes. And it collapsed because the whistleblowers started making some noise. And this is what they said over here. What is particularly glaring is that this widely ridiculed move was done in a direct violation of the regulation. Section 600.3 requires an appointment from outside the Justice Department for obvious reasons. While John Durham also came from within the department, he was retiring from the department at the time of his appointment. So in other words, it has it right here. Take a look.
Qualifications for special counsel. The special counsel shall be selected from outside the United States government. The special counsel shall be selected from outside the United States government. David Weiss works for the United States government already.
He also is from Delaware.
Oh, my God.
So the state where his daddy was a senator for quite some time, Hunter's dad, that is. And here's the New York Times. There were signs that Hunter Biden's plea deal with the prosecutors might be on shaky grounds. Emails reviewed by the New York Times show see how it collapsed. So pretty much, while Mr. Biden's legal team agrees that the IRS agents affected the deal, his lawyers have contended to the Justice Department that by disclosing details about the investigation to Congress, they broke the law and should be prosecuted. So they want the whistleblowers to be prosecuted for opening up their mouths. That's what this is about.
Are they from Pakistan?
No.
This sounds like that Pakistan law.
So that's it right there. I mean, pretty much, plain and simple.
Stop snitching. Stop snitching.
We're a mafia state. So that's Chris Hedges talked about that. And hopefully Cornel West will talk more about how we're actually a mafia state. We're actually the bad guys. It's the things that I grew up thinking about other countries being banana republics and that is exactly what's happening to our country. Chris Hedges was right. We've experienced a corporate coup d'etat in slow motion, and we live in a corporate dictatorship where the dictator has been replaced with the nameless, faceless corporate state that rules every part of your life, and it runs the government. And so this idea that, well, if a corporation censors, it's okay. They're doing it. They're running the government. They are the government. You have no freedom of speech. You have no liberty. You live in a surveillance state. You've given away your Fourth Amendment, and you don't even have habeas corpus anymore because Barack Obama, who you thought was a good guy, it was actually an evil guy, and he took it away from you. So now all they do is call you a terrorist, and they don't have to give you a trial. And they do it. They've already done it. Anyway, that's okay.
I just want to say,
things keep getting worse. Hey, come see us on Live on Tour. We're doing a show in New York City, Pottstown, Pennsylvania, Stamford, Connecticut, Toledo, Rochester, Michigan. That's just outside of Detroit. St. Louis, Tampa, Florida, Boca Raton, Florida, and Orlando, Florida. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets.